Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So as you can see, you see my Merciless on the wall, and I actually got the Merciless exotic rifle, and it was actually dropped for me by one of our friends that we play with, and his name's Tango. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for dropping this weapon for me. Even though you didn't have one for yourself, it had actually been one of the exotics that I've been looking for because, you know, the Merciless has always just been, for me, an aesthetically pleasing weapon, something that I always wanted to own, and I wanted to experiment extensively with. So we were running Jefferson in order to see if we could actually get it. If I ordered that I could get it, sorry, and it dropped for him, and he was like, yeah, you can have it. I mean, I'm probably gonna have no need for it. And so I've been experimenting so far with it and seeing how I could run different builds. Now, this Merciless that that I'm getting right now versus the Merciless that was released, when the game first came out, are in two different categories. But still, that does not, say that the Merciless is not a good exotic rifle. It actually is pretty good. And so me being the guy who has the terrible and worst RNG in the whole world, I can guarantee you I never get stuff until months when everybody has already gotten it, and maybe someday just out of nowhere, somebody maybe has an extra and they give it to me. I almost hardly get nothing to drop in the division as a whole from the division 1. Okay, so one time I farmed for a pair of striker gloves for 3.5 weeks. Not even a specific kind, just any kind of striker gloves. 3.5 weeks of consistent grinding, and then I finally got it one day. And so that's just how my RNG luck can be when it comes to specific things. And so for exotics, this I would say is really nice to add to my collection. So far, what I've noticed with this rifle is the way that they have all its talents require for you to be an explosive maniac in some sense. And so I went into my stash and slapped 6 items with destructive and skill power combination, and I just slapped it all together, and then afterwards I'm gonna start optimizing my build from there on. So you can leave suggestions in the comment section. Some people already have, actually. Remember my last video that I did where I asked the question which exotic rifle is the best, and the reason I put that video out was because I was trying to see what you guys thought about the exotic weapons and which one I should invest my time in farming, because the raid, I mean, I will do the raid, but it only gives me 2 tries because I have 2 characters every time there's a reset. And so I've beaten it 3 times. I have 1 more shot before the reset. And if I don't get the Eagle Bear, then I'll have to wait again and perhaps maybe run in there whenever I have time. And with the way my schedule is going, I'm going to be very limited on time, but I'll still be looking for it. So this was actually the sensible option to farm, as well as the Pestilence. The only problem with the Pestilence is right now you go into the dark zone, there are people with their Eagle Bears, and they're running all over everybody with their newfound assault rifles, and it's kind of very difficult to get a Pestilence out of there. Now, I haven't even had one drop for me, because I guarantee you if I had one drop for me, I'll probably holler at the clan or everybody and say, hey guys, come help me extract this this weapon. I really want to get it and test it out and kind of run around with it. But there are people who get it to drop every time, and I've seen comments of people also say that they've tried to get theirs out of the dark zone and it's not been possible for them to do so. But anyways, I just wanted to put this out there for you guys and have you guys just put some pointers out there. I'm already starting my own build and working on my build that's going to go with it. I know for sure that the LMG is going to do me very well in the case of this, and this is my second tune, so I have to go and upgrade my Demolitionist. I haven't even unlocked anything on the Demolitionist. This character I think has unlocked my Sharpshooter and almost all of my Survivalist, and so Demolitionist is what I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to be doing some LMG stuff because I've been fortunate to get a lot of these Alp Summit items, and I was getting them before the patch dropped, and some of them look pretty good, and they're just right there for me to start rolling some really sweet stuff on there. And so my target goal is to get somewhere around 2,500 skill power at whatever cost I can get it, because in some cases, some of these builds require for you to have, so for them to be really effective, I think for you to have at least max skill power and then have some skill haste and be able to do some really serious damage. And fortunately for me too, I think I was able to matchmake yesterday. We put out a matchmake with some of the other guys that play with Tango, and he was also running a skill build. So I had the opportunity to look at his skill build, and I also had the opportunity to look at another person's skill build today while they were playing with me. They were using a Seeker Mine, and a Secret Mind build, and also they had the Merciless as well. So that was it kind of caught my interest, and I started looking at them. So I'm really excited about this, and I guess that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for your time and your audience. Thank you guys for those of you who left comments on my video asking what exotic weapon to actually put my time in, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, just kind of, you know, using my time wisely to get them. And for those of you who are looking for a way to get these exotic weapons, I know for sure from the way the developers have said it, specific exotic weapons will drop from specific bosses of specific factions. Now, in the case of the Merciless, if you look, this says, it has a quote, and it's from Zodiac, who is a Hyena's Council member. And so we got it from Jefferson Trade Center from the Hyena boss. So from the way the developers have said it, and I don't know if they've made the change, it's probably still going to be locked to a specific boss, you know, in a specific faction. So the Merciless is with the Hyena faction. Some of you have actually also in the comment section mentioned the Sweet Dreams, which is with it drops from the Outcast bosses. I got mine from the CDC mission. So begin to look at those and research what bosses they are tied to, and then you can go hunting for them. All right, I'll get out of you guys' hair. Thank you very much for your time and your audience, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.